down here, Colonel. Joseph Byron said they're slipping through the cracks. Roger that.
Welcome to the New World Order, sir.
On the crisis at the southern border, nearly 11,000 migrants, predominantly from Haiti, are packed under the international bridge between Del Rio and Mexico, with sources telling Fox News that another 10,000 are waiting to join them. Bill Malugin is live in Del Rio, Texas, with more, and including the federal government clipping your wings a little bit, Bill.
Yeah, John, good morning to you. We'll get to that in a second. That international bridge is just right off my shoulder right now, and the numbers of migrants under there have really just exploded over the last 2 days, and we want to show you what that looks like. So take a look at these remarkable images that our great drone crew shot here yesterday. What you're looking at here is what sources are telling us are more than 10,500 migrants waiting underneath that international bridge here in Del Rio. What's happening is they are crossing illegally from Ciudad Acuña, the Mexican town right across from Del Rio. They're walking across the Rio Grande and then showing up here in the United States and having to wait underneath that bridge. The reason for that is because Border Patrol is so overwhelmed. They don't have the manpower to process these folks, and their holding facilities out here no longer have capacity. They're well over capacity, so there's not really anywhere for these folks to go. These are mostly Haitian migrants coming across, and you can just take a look at those numbers showing how many people are under there. What's remarkable about this is this time Wednesday morning, there were just over 4,000 people under that bridge. You fast forward to right now, almost 11,000. So we're talking nearly a tripling of the numbers in just about 48 hours. And you might be wondering, well, why are we showing you drone video from yesterday and not this morning? Well, the reason for that, as you mentioned, the feds are clipping our wings a bit. We just found out last night the FAA decided to suddenly implement a TFR. That stands for temporary flight restriction, and they're putting it in the area directly over that port of entry where the bridge is. What does that mean? Well, it means our drone can no longer fly in or around that area, so we can no longer show you images of the migrants underneath that bridge. You can see we have our drone live up in the air right now, but it is now well outside of that TFR, respecting that rule, and we're being kept so far away with our drone, we can no longer even see where the bridge is. So we're not going to be able to show you those images anymore for the time being. Fox has been flying the drone down here at the border for well over 6 months now. It's never been an issue. The FAA says this is going to be in place for 2 weeks for security reasons. So we reached out for some clarification on what this is about. They told us in a statement in part, quote, "The Border Patrol requested the temporary flight restriction due to drones interfering with law enforcement flights on the border. As with any temporary flight restriction, media is able to call the FAA to make requests to operate in the area." Now, last night on Hannity, Texas Senator Ted Cruz responded to this. Take a listen.
It really is ridiculous. I've never seen anything like that. The drone footage started this morning, and people across the country were horrified, and I guess the political operatives at the Biden White House saw that and decided the last thing they want is Fox News actually reporting on what's happening down here.
And unfortunately for the overstretched and overwhelmed border agents who are having to work at this bridge right now, the intel from city officials and law enforcement officials, as you mentioned off the top, they're hearing there are well more than 10,000 migrants still on the way right now who are getting ready to cross over and arrive at this bridge. So it sounds like things might get worse rather than better in the short term. And again, these are mostly immigrants coming over from Haiti. That is a country with a vaccination rate of less than 1%. We'll send it back to you.
Hey, Bill, real quick question. You've talked to a lot of Border Patrol people down there. Has at any time any one of them said, look, we prefer it if you didn't fly your drone, it's interfering with our operations?
No, never. This is my 10th trip out here to the border. The border agents love our drone. Yeah. They're not going to say that on the record, but they beg us, put it in the air, show what's going on, we need the help. They love the drone. So who knows where this is coming from.
Wow. I had a suspicion that there weren't any real complaints.
I'm out of here.